you have never seen someone eat a handful of Frosted Flakes as fast as I did during that intro.
Dry too?
Well, just dummied a handful. Dummied it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, welcome to For Exposure on our not normal Sunday morning, but it's becoming normal because we did this last week, but we're doing it again.
Yeah, we're bouncing.
A Sunday so nice, we did it twice. Two times. Because life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, man.
That's what we're here for. The American dream.
The American dream. Dusty Roads.
Hell yeah.
American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes.
The American just getting by. Dusty
Just
Rhodes. Got to include them all.
There you go. Got to catch them all.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon, except with the Rhodes family.
That's right. That's right. Got to have all.
How are you?
Good, man. We're hanging in there. It was nice little Saturday, a little Bed Bath and Beyond, little Home Depot. I didn't know if we would have enough time.
You didn't know if you were going to have enough time.
Didn't know if we were going to have enough time. No. Yeah.
That's all right.
No, I couldn't make it yesterday because my son made the All-Star team, and practice for the next couple of weeks is on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Trying to counter program For Exposure.
When he got announced that he had made it, did they call him and go, "Hey man, you're an all-star"?
Yeah, they did call. Well, it's funny is the coach called me.
Keep your game up.
And I picked up the phone because I'm one of the coaches, and I was like, "What's up?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm going to talk to your son about making the All-Star team." And I went, "He's not even here. He's out of town." He goes, "What?" I go, "He's busier than we are, dude."
You got to call his agent.
Yeah, you got to call his agent. Essentially, is what happened was I was like, "Here's the number where he can be reached. Go ahead and ask for, ask for so and so." And then boom.
Did he get a signing bonus?
He did not.
No.
I pushed for one, because why do if you're good at something, why do it for free?
Exactly.
And no signing bonuses for this team. So we're doing this one out of the goodwill of our hearts.
Well, that's nice.
Maybe next year we'll start commanding cash and endorsement deals.
Hell yeah, you got to get paid. Get paid to play.
You gotta get paid.
Yeah, make the
fastest who get paid. It's the fastest who get laid. Your teacher here wants you to go slow, but she's wrong.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah. I am a semi-professional race car driver
and
an amateur tattoo artist. What about you, buddy? What's new and exciting in Blair's world?
Well, it's just been a busy week.
Mm-hmm.
Life, and then work yesterday, off today, back at work tomorrow. So one day off isn't a lot,
No, it's not.
You don't get a chance to unwind or relax because right away you're thinking like, I got to put up with the same crap tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, I get it.
Got the Sunday scaries already.
Yeah, I'm ready to. I need a vacation.
Oh, tell me about it. You're gonna have a vacation.
Yeah,
in a few weeks.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks, I'll be heading to Cleveland for SummerSlam with the JPJ. We'll be there for a few days and doing the thing. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I haven't been to Cleveland in like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
10, 12 years now. I went for a Bulls-Cavs game one time. That was about the extent of that.
Did you get to see Jordan play?
No, that would have been like 30 years ago.
Did you see LeBron play?
No, he wasn't on the Cavs at this time.
Oh.
Nope. It was in between.
Hey, you got to see.
So I got to see Brian Scalabrine, the king of the side five.
Oh, Jesus.
I got to see him get mop-up minutes because the Bulls didn't have their best players and still won by 40. That's how bad the Cavs were this time.
Who else was on the Bulls at that point?
It was like Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah.
Okay.
It was that Bulls squad.
So there was some talent on that team.
There was some talent, but like I said, Derrick Rose didn't play because he was hurt. Shocker. And the Cavs were just the Cavs. So they were up 40, and side five Scal got in.
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you know what day you're going down for SummerSlam?
Either Wednesday or Thursday before. I haven't quite hammered it in yet. But
Because there is a GCW show that weekend.
yeah, that Friday.
Yeah, the 2nd, is it?
Yeah.
Are
Friday.
you going to go check it out?
I might do that. I got to talk with the boss man, or not the boss, the boss man, JPJ, see what he wants to do. I'm not sure who's the boss of this trip, me or him. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we're both bosses. We're co-bosses. So like I'm a boss man, he's a boss man. We're all boss men. We're all big boss men. Oh.
Are you though?
I don't know. But I don't know. I know because when they went down for Money in the Money in the Bank, there was a GCW show, and they all went and said they had an absolute blast.
See? So maybe you got to make the executive decision and say, "Hey, JPJ, it doesn't matter. This is for me.
This is
for me, and my happiness extends to you.
To you, yeah.
So if I'm happy, then you shall truly be happy as well."
We shall see. JPJ was down there last week for Money in the Bank in Toronto, and then took a little vacay, I think, with his partner, and I think they're back, tonight, maybe. I don't know if I'm putting all his business out on blast, but I think he was out of town for a few days this weekend. So we're going to coordinate things on this week and figure it out and see where we're going. I don't know.
Dude is just jet set and living his best life.
All I know is All Stars did schedule a game for the day that I was gonna start driving out there after work on Wednesday and get out there and just get set up. And then they're like, we have a game, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm leaving a little later. Duty calls.
Yeah.
I gotta be ready.
Yeah, you got to show those kids how to pinch hit.
Yeah, I just gotta show them how to hit, run, field, make plays.
Not get distracted by clovers in the grass.
Yes. Yeah. Or whatever other people are doing in the stands. That's always my favorite. You'll look over and you'll see your outfielders are watching all the kids that are playing outside, and you're like, what are you doing? Balls are coming, man.
And they're just like, I wish that was me.
That baseball is hard. It'll hurt.
And they get it right between the eyes.
Oh, you don't want just that. Line. No, you don't want that. So yeah, we got to teach you. We got to be focused, laser focused when you're in between the lines. But yeah, we'll figure it all out. We'll know more about all of the SummerSlam plans and hangs and what we're doing for beards and all that. Hopefully this week.
Cool. Yeah, because that's coming up.
I know. It's coming in hot.
It's 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, it's 17 days. It'll be the 31st.
If I were you.
What is this? Speaking of, dude, the guy. Okay, let me set the tone. He's probably going to yell. Let me fix some things before we bring him on. He finally figured out how to properly work the StreamYard, and now he just uses it to his own devices. What's up, Big Bad Boris? You stud.
Okay. Blair,
yes.
First of all,
yes.
Your poker face is literally the worst poker face ever, because now I know how you feel about me.
Because I saw that.
As soon as I popped up, this is what happened. As soon as I popped up, this is what happened.
Because I know what's going to happen now.
No, nothing.
Shit's going to go even more off the rails.
Oh, has stuff already gone off the rails?
We're always off the rails, Boris.
Mrs. Pluggo says hi, Boris. We were at the pool yesterday.
That's why I'm here, actually.
Oh fuck.
Okay. That's why I'm here. A couple of things, and then I will leave you be.
You can stay as long as you want.
Yeah, there's no time limit on this show. You can do whatever you want.
Saturday Night Love is off to a rousing success. It has become quickly the highlight of my week. We had a really, really fun show last night with Michael Richard Blaze and Zoe Sager pop by, and Mars the Specialist pop by, and Reed Matthews pop by. A lot of fun. Bayrat Garani, are you eating Frosted Flakes out of the box with your hand? That is rad. Yeah, a lot of fun. I spoke with my lovely better half about next week. And we are officially putting out the invite to Mrs. Pluggo for next week, the eve of Slugger Slam, 10 o'clock Mountain, midnight Eastern, my lovely better half, Pluggo, your lovely better half on Saturday Night Love. So what I would like you to do is to pass that message on to Mrs. Pluggo that we're attempting to make the booking.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. How much money do you have?
How much money do I need?
Ooh, this is interesting.
I
Yeah.
got $8 Canadian that aren't doing nothing.
Ooh, $8 Canadian. What does that translate to United States dollars?
Shoot, it would probably be 5 and change, maybe. Blair, yeah, 5-ish.
Hey. So you have a $5 for her.
But a Canadian $5. Well, no,
what is she supposed to wear? What is she supposed to do? What are we talking here? How crazy is this gonna get?
I mean, I have no control over what she wears, and that was a really weird question. I'm not gonna lie, that was really, really odd.
Well, is it like she need to be presentable? Could she show up like I show up? I'm just making sure I have all the deets, man. You know, she's good. You think it's a weird question to ask that? Mrs. Pluggo would ask me that.
Mrs. Pluggo.
She'd go, "What do I need to wear? What do I need to do? I've never done this before." This would be
Mrs. Pluggo rolls out of bed presentable, and you and I both know that.
How do you know?
Because you recognize a woman of natural beauty.
Oh, right? Man. Yeah. No. Okay. Good save.
Right?
Oh.
Uh-oh. All right. Now we can really have some fun. But no, for real. We always joke around about things like this. Yeah. So I want to do this next week.
Get back in here, Blair. All right, I will ask her.
I thought maybe you guys might need to have a talk there, so I was like, I'm just going to peace out.
When you'll learn about it when you're older, Blair.
Mrs. Pluggo's favorite.
I don't know how much older. How much older I'm going to get because I think it's almost time to get old Yellard over here. So I mean,
no,
yes, take me out to the farm.
Everything hurts. Just end it. Mrs. Pluggo's favorite bearded gentleman is Boris. That is true. And Boris's favorite Pluggo is Mrs. Pluggo. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll ask her. She's at work right now, believe it or not. She had to go in on a random Sunday to do some things. Yeah, I'll ask her. I'll see what she's doing. I don't know what we're doing next weekend. I don't think we're doing anything. It might be possible.
We have the For Exposure LPW preview show Saturday evening. So I know you will be at home at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, yeah. I will be here.
So I'm just going to.
So will Boris.
Boris will be here. Dash will be here.
You will be here.
I will be here. I will not be old Yeller just yet.
You better be here.
Beer already?
It's brunch.
My brother in Christ, it is 8:15 in the morning. It is the Lord's Day.
First of all, I've been up since like 5 because I didn't sleep very well last night.
So technically, it's afternoon for him.
And it's brunch, and I'm gonna have a beverage or two, and then that'll be it for my day. Like, were we judging me now?
Yeah, what are you doing? When did Boris and Blair become a rivalry here? What's going on?
Don't judge my choices. Be careful now, because I know how to do things.
It's an emotional support beer, Blair. The world is in peril right now.
Is it a Pabst Blue Ribbon?
Yeah, of course it is.
It was a legit question because I did see the banner, and I was
it is the king and master of all beers, the Pabst Blue Ribbon, and yes.
Isn't Budweiser the king of beers?
No.
Only in the metrics, only in the key demos.
Yeah. They're pulling in that 18 to 35.
Yeah, only in the 18 to 49 demo. King of beers. The best, I think they are the number one beer in the world. Bud Light, probably. But
do you remember the first beer you?
What's the most popular beer in Canadian?
I got this all figured out, dude. I got it all figured out. We've been having a lot of fun on Saturday Night Live with a lot of old flashback TWA things and some old pictures and stuff. That's been a lot of fun. So, yeah, I think I figured this out. Except I did the one thing last night actually that you guys told me not to do. And I forgot to loop the closing video. So the closing video ended. And for 3 seconds, I'm just standing there like this. And I'm like, you specifically told me not to do that.
It happens to everyone.
Yeah, it's tremendous. I wonder if I can actually play that for you.
And it still happens to us. So
yeah, we still do it. I've done it. I did it. I think I did it last week, actually. Or the week before. I was like, oh, oops. My bad. We're just chit-chatting.
Okay, but I will get out of your hair and let you guys finish up what you're doing.
He doesn't have it here.
Yeah, none of us have hair, so Pluggo has hair.
Okay, well, I'll get out of your faces and your facial hairs.
We're about to talk about some GCW right away and some Defy. So if you want,
I'm in the middle of the Toronto show right now. Actually, I watched a little bit of that this morning, so I'm a little bit behind. I love that Backyard Wrestling show. That's one of my favorite highlight shows of the year. Is that Backyard Wrestling show because it's just so weird and so silly. And who knew Adam Galt could work like that? I don't know if you guys watched the Backyard Wrestling July 4th show, but Adam Galt, referee, had a match against the Mecca that I last saw in Ring of Honor a little while ago. And
I tuned in and Boris is talking about how Mrs. Pluggo looks rolling out of bed and Blair is judging 8 a.m. beers. It is Sunday morning.
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds bad.
Yeah, I was just clarifying that it was a beer. Maybe it was a tall glass of apple juice, Maybe Boris has a juice fixation.
Boris does not have. Boris has a lot of fixations. Juice
isn't feet. Juice.
No, see, that's the funny thing about the feed is I'm not. See, I was trying to talk business and independent wrestling, but you guys just drag this back in the gutter. This isn't on me. This is on you.
All right, the Mecca. Go.
He wrestled Adam Galt at the 4th of July GCW show, and it was a lot of fun. I love that 4th of July GCW show. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
The Backyard show was one of the first ones I ever saw for GCW, like back in 2019, I think it was. When Alex Zane jumped over a car, I think.
Yeah.
That was the first experience I had with GCW, and I had no idea that the names were made up. So I'm like, Ricky Shane Page comes out as the Dirt Bike Kid. So I'm thinking Dirt Bike Kid, cool name. All right. Loves dirt bikes.
There was the one I watched. The one I think it was last year. It was Marcus Mathers had a different name, and I was like, that kid looks an awful lot like Marcus Mathers.
Well, the gimmick.
And then I was like, oh,
it's everyone's names when they were backyard wrestlers back before they started wrestling. That's kind of how the gimmick works. Because what's her name? And I forget her name, and it's escaping me right now. ROH Women's TV Champ.
Billy Starks.
She's Pizza Cat. She had the mask on and stuff. So yeah, just a super fun show. But I'm going to take leave of you guys because I don't want to hijack anything. I literally just wanted to put out that invite to Mrs. Pluggo and for next week for SNL.
So everybody tweet at Mrs. Pluggo and say, "Hey, Mrs. Pluggo, Boris wants you on his show SNL next Saturday, and we'll see if we can get her in this thing."
And this is a completely no BS, no silliness, completely fun, safe environment where we're just gonna you guys will just basically make fun of us. And if that isn't ratings, I don't know what is.
Last night I actually had intentions to pop in, but then 10 o'clock my head hit the pillow and I was like, I'm not getting up. So I apologize. But
no. It's an open house. High. Open house. When I said that on the air yesterday, I'm really high. But lots of fun.
It was to the point where at 9 p.m. 8:45, I was like, man, I want a Blizzard, but I was too high to go out to get one. But I couldn't justify door dashing one Blizzard.
I've done that. I'm not proud of it, but
it's a $20 Blizzard at that point. But what I could justify was spending $30 and getting 2 Blizzards and putting one in the freezer. So
he's got a Blizzard for after the show.
Fucking rights, I do. I might have a Blizzard for during the show. We're gonna see how this goes.
But you're judging me for having a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning. But you're gonna have a
I wasn't judging. I was making sure it was beer. Okay, so we can talk some Defy since you're here. I mean,
we lost Pluggo.
Well, I thought you guys needed to talk this time.
All right. Okay. Thank you guys. All the love, all the respect. Peace out.
We're talking Defy.
No, I'm not going to hijack your show.
No,
any further.
too bad. You're
here. Talking Defy.
Now you got to talk about it.
How do you feel about Defy?
There's LPW alum in it, so we got to talk about it.
I don't know a whole lot about Defy. I know a lot of the talent that wrestle for LPW have been through Defy.
July 19th, Marina Shafir defending the Defy Women's Championship against Nicole Matthews. Boris, this is going to bang her.
Can I go on a side quest now just because you brought this out of me? Sure. Prestige Wrestling are just on fire. And that venue they ran, they're a nice, I don't know what the house was in that, but where did these guys come from over the past 3 years? They must have somebody with money because they're just putting on shows with names and talent like crazy.
They've done a good job with aligning themselves up with Deadlock Pro and West Coast Pro, almost as a talent share. Which seems what they're doing is with some joint shows. We're going to be previewing one in a little bit, but the they've done a very good job of just making themselves as like a destination promotion. Pardon me.
Yes, I'm sneezing over here.
Yeah, I'm burping.
But yeah, Nicole Matthews, Marina Shafir's been quietly one of my favorite independent wrestlers in 2024. I think she's really come a long way. But I don't know. Nicole Matthews ain't no slouch, Boris. You've seen her up close and personal, you know.
Yeah, that match she had on the Thursday night show with Speedball was one of my favorite LPW matches that I've called since we began.
Can she become the Defy Women's World Champion?
All things are possible.
It's almost surprising that, like, with how good she is, that she doesn't hold the title right now, because she's on a tear. But I think it's also a testament to what, like, Marina's been able to do, what Vert Vixen did for, like, it seems like what was over a year holding that title. Like, she crushed that.
Yeah.
Trying to find the attendance for that Prestige show while we're doing this.
That just has to be on everyone's life at all times. I'm sorry, but that just has to be a thing that lives in the internet forever.
That's fair. Okay.
I thought you were getting that tattooed. Are you going to, is that going to be an episode of Saturday Night Love where you get that tattooed on your thigh or something?
No, but I legit do want to get that made into a flag. And like, I'm going to look into it, but it might be really expensive because I don't know how much it costs to get a flag made. But I do legit want that on a flag because it just makes me so
Put that in the back of your man cave.
It's not man cave. That is doing a disservice. It is Big Bad Boris World Headquarters. I've recently invested in a new microphone. I have a second monitor now. This is the real deal. The ridiculously expensive Boristron 5000 is sleeping right now after putting in a big night.
And we've got Evan Rivers taking on man like Doris here at Defy for the glory. Evan Rivers, former LPW alum himself, and man like Doris, one of another talented individuals on the internet.
He was the guy, in my opinion, that came out of WrestleMania week last year that really went from I don't really know much about man like Doris to being really, really on my radar, because WrestleMania week he worked a lot of matches and he impressed. He had a lot of energy. The matches were good. And since then, I've been kind of keeping an eye on that guy. Super, super talented. Evan Rivers, not only fantastic talent, but just a really, really nice guy. I chatted with him in the locker room at a few of his LPW appearances. So that would be signing up for that. Yeah.
Evan Rivers has, I don't think I've seen anyone get as much distance on a moonsault as he does. Like, the guy just floats through the air almost. Like, you're almost waiting for him to go from one corner to the next.
Hells yeah, he's good. And then, like you said, man like Doris, I like him a lot. He did that when they were doing that GCW overseas stuff when they were in Germany and all that. He really kind of started to get on my radar, and then he had a killer, like you said, WrestleMania weekend. That's going to be a fun match, man. As Blair is still looking up this venue number,
I can't find the guy's Twitter account, like one of the owners of Prestige. He tweeted it out, but like, because they talked about just, putting it on YouTube for the first time. And like it's mentioned, it's not about the money that you can get off like broadcasting it on IWTV, but putting it up on YouTube for free. And you're being able to broadcast it to so many more potential fans, potential viewers who are going to see this. Never heard of Prestige. I'm going to check it out. It's a live broadcast on YouTube. And then next thing you know, they're watching Amazing Red and Leo Rush, and you've got a new fan.
Yeah.
Before I go, do you want to see an old clip of Michael Richard Blaze kicking me in the face?
Yes.
Well, you answered that really quickly.
We don't even ask, just bring it.
All right. I'm learning how to do this now. Oh, wait, how come this is not working?
Okay, I found the attendance. Okay. So they had
yes, and Ophelia said Evan Rivers had a fantastic segment with Chelsea Green this week. Yes, he did. That's right.
They had 1,200 fans for Friday nights. So nice. I mean, it held significantly more, but he also said that they did not expect to sell that many, but 1,200 fans doubled their largest gate and merch sales. So I mean, they absolutely crushed it. And trending on Twitter, number 3 on Twitter. Over 1,500 viewers at any given time up on YouTube. So I mean, they're really doing something special with Prestige.
Like ROH didn't put in 1,200 fans for the first number of years when they were even in like their heyday.
No,
their biggest crowd wasn't until besides Madison Square Garden, their biggest crowd wasn't until Supercard of Honor in New Orleans. Now, I'm going to leave, but look, this is me. All right. I am minding my own business. This is my area, my gear here. That's the world famous PWA graveyard. I am doing nothing, just minding my own business. Okay.
You still own that shirt?
I do.
MRB's hair, dude.
And see, Sean Moore bails out of the way, and MRB kicks me right in the face. And look at Pat. Pat admonishes him, Michael Fitzpatrick, and then.
How did that feel?
It felt like Michael Richard Blaze kicking me in the head.
Why did Jason just stand there? And also, is that Jason the Terrible from Stampede Wrestling?
That is Jason. That thing would move when you walked by it and made a noise, and it would annoy me because I'm trying to work, and this thing would be behind me going every 30 seconds.
In the face. I think he's gotten. He's like, I'm leaving, and then I think he forgot to like.
He either just went to go get something, or
I'm gonna leave it up the whole show if he doesn't come back.
There we go. Hell yeah!
Piece of history. Oh, big bad Boris.
I'm gonna need Boris to rock that for an LPW show.
Yeah. I'm going to need Boris to rock it for an LPW show, and then towards the end, MRB kicks him in the face just for old time's sake.
Long-term storytelling. Or maybe Boris super kicks MRB in the face.
Yeah.
I
have given MRB a stunner and a flipping pile driver and thrown him over the top rope to win the battle royal. That really.
Where are those videos?
I have it somewhere.
If I was you, I would show that to everybody I knew.
There's reasons why I'm hesitant to show it that I can't talk about right now. It's a story for another day behind closed doors, but I do have it, and it's like one of the funnest moments of my life.
So I'll put a reminder in my phone that next week after the LPW preview show,
You're showing us that stuff. Yeah, you have homework, Boris.
It's on my phone.
And by the way, next week we're previewing LPW 28, right? Please make sure you know who's on the card.
Let's see.
He goes, no.
Yeah. Who the hell are you, dude?
Every show, he's like, I don't even know who's on these cards.
I'm that good that I don't even need to know. No, I'm just blowing my horn. Anyway, for real, I'm going to peace out. Thank you so much for letting me come in and pop on a hang up. But for real, I want the other half summit. I'm working on some different summits. I'm working on a referee summit with Ben Oman, and he's going to assemble some referees from Western Canada to talk about refereeing, which I think will be interesting. He and Pat and the kid with the hair, what's his name again?
Stuart Garvey.
That's his name. Frick. And some guys from BC, yada, yada, yada. So there's things cooking in the mix for Saturday Night Love. And, of course, Sunday is Slugger Slam. Super looking forward to that.
Hells yeah.
Heck yeah.
Big
I can
stuff.
preview that next week, too.
Yeah. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we'll do it all.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a lovely broadcast.
You too, Boris.
Bye, Boris.
Okay.
Bye. Come back soon.
We'll finish some Defy, and then we'll jam as much of the rest of the stuff in there as possible.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
It sounds like a fun time.
I thought you were going to bark at me there.
So we're talking Defy. That was Big Bad Boris. What's next on the Defy card?
We've got Artemis Spencer versus Mark Haskins. Mark Haskins making his return stateside.
Yeah, and just Artemis Spencer, another former LPW.
Yeah. There's quite a few on this one because you also got we brought this up a few weeks ago on Tidbits, but Bollywood Boys defending the Defy Tag Team Championship against C4 and Sinner and Saint.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun match. That is going to be a lot going on. I don't know how that poor referee, man, that poor referee.
Sinner and Saint just on a tear. They were out in BC yesterday hosting a seminar at Lionsgate Dojo.
Yeah.
So I know they were on that Prestige show as well.
So they're going to win this thing, what you're saying.
They might. And what is bound to be a big match at the show The Acclaimed versus Midnight Heat. So, I mean, the Acclaimed have done some indies more on the East Coast because that's where Bowen's a bit was from. But you'll be hitting up Defy.
When is their AEW Tag Team Championship match? Is that like this week? Because they
haven't even announced it yet.
I know they have a shot. So I was gonna say maybe they go in that as AEW Tag Team Champions.
It's possible.
But that means the match would have to happen this week, and I don't think it's advertised for this week.
I think it's something that'll be put for Wembley.
Potentially, yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. So that's the fun.
Getting a little tune-up match before they take on the Bucks.
Tune up the band.
That's right.
Tune up the DJ. DJ spin that shit. We'll rattle off some tidbits because there's some fun stuff in there. And I'm just sorting through. Okay, some tidbits. So, West Coast Pros, San Diego Showdown, September 21st. Now it's Vert Dixon appearing. Former LPW alum for that one.
Former Defy World Women's Champion as well.
Yep. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's over in Japan right now, or just finished some shows in Japan.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. And at Queen of the Indies, continuing on with West Coast Pro, Hyann versus Maya World got announced as a first round matchup. So,
and you're gonna be there hanging out?
Well, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, dude. That's gonna be a good one. Hyann's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very much a fan. More of the Bloodsport announcements. We've got Josh Woods is going to Bloodsport, and he's someone who's like perfect for Bloodsport, I feel.
Right. Yeah.
Like he fits right in there.
They've been making some really big, like fits perfect announcements for this thing. Like it's been kind of cool to see. So they're making waves in Bloodsport. Good for them.
And because you have talent from like all of the major promotions there, and then including like indies, you can almost see like who's going to be matched up with who.
Yeah.
And just be like, well, this guy's got to go over. So, okay, you're going to face off with so-and-so.
Right. I say screw it.
Yeah. Let there be chaos.
Let it just be a chaotic scene. Who cares who gets over? Just make them. That will never happen. Politics.
Sunday, August 25th, though.
Oh.
What is going on with that hairdo on Zilla?
I don't know, but no, poor Speedball.
Yeah.
Zilla's a monster. You know how we love Speedball around here.
Zilla is a monster among men.
He's got to catch Speedball, though. Speedball is fast. Speed is just not a clever name. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. Speedballing is a way of life.
Your friend and my friend, good friend, Alex Kane.
Yeah.
Versus Lance Anoa'i.
Oh, wow.
Anoa'i.
House Party 2?
They not like us.
That'll be good. That's an older picture, Alex Kane, too.
Yeah. We got that one. We've got Sunday, August 4th in New Jersey, GCW. Can I Trust You? Pick Your Poison. Blake Christian versus
Marco Stunt.
I mean, you would be fully torqued. So if that's,
I'm still riding the wave.
Yeah, you're riding that high, eh?
I had an epic little rant about it on Thursday.
Do I want to get the Coles notes of it?
You just want to check it out. It's the beginning of the show. They gave me the first few minutes of Beards.
And you took an hour.
And I took about 20 minutes. No, it wasn't that long, but I definitely took a few minutes to gloat and do a victory lap.
I can't recall if I threw up the graphic last week for it, so I put it this week just in case. Have we, like, this needs to be discussed. This was yesterday.
We did discuss it.
We should discuss it again.
Go ahead. Speak. This is your Marco Stunt moment.
Jeff Jarrett has just been on another level as of late. Like, you saw those promos. Dude is positioning himself for a massive match at Wembley, and he's doing indie stuff. Wrestling God.
Listen here. I've said it a couple times on a few programs that I've been on over the last couple weeks. They've done a good job of making me feel bad for Jeff Jarrett. They did a great job of getting me invested in Jeff Jarrett, Hangman Page, in the sense that I felt bad when he got his ass kicked by Hangman Page in that tournament. But that's where it ends.
Wow.
For me. Did you guys really think we were going to get Jeff Jarrett versus Swerve Strickland main event?
I mean,
and all in.
I could talk myself into
Calm yourselves down.
I could talk
Internet
myself
wrestling
into
community.
it.
That's about as kooky as Marco Stunt returning. Oh wait, he did. So I guess anything is possible. But okay, good for Jeff and Satnam Singh, members only.
Okay, I got one more for you.
Do you have a members only jacket? Are you going to get one if they make a members only jacket? Because that's what the faction looked like it was called.
Yeah, I'd get one.
Oh boy. Anyway, the only members only jacket you need is this one.
Fuck, tell me about it.
Boom. Cyclope.
What's in the bag, Cyclope?
He got rid of the bag because we started questioning. The heat was too hot.
Fuck, it was. And last but not least, WPW announced Kid Chocolate Mojibari versus the Dynamite Kid Tommy Billington, who you just saw on Collision last night.
Oh, was he on Collision last night? Were they in Canada?
Yeah, so they were in Calgary. So that's 2 weeks away. Will be put up on YouTube later on. So that is worth checking out.
I've kind of been on a bit of it, like, not like, I don't want to say like a break, but this weekend I have watched very little wrestling. This is about the most wrestling thing I've done this weekend. I've kind of taken a little break skis.
I rented Fantastica Mania last night.
I don't know what that is.
The New Japan CMLL show.
Oh, okay.
And it was
so out of it. Was it good?
Fun, yeah. The last half I thought was great from the CMLL women's match on. It was a triple threat with Willow, Luvia, and Viva Van.
Nice.
I thought from that point on, they were cooking. The Barbario Cavanero versus Yoda Tsuji match was good. Gabe Kidd and Ultimo Guerrero just beat the piss out of each other. And then the main event was a fun tag. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah. So, okay.
We need that or a 4 exposure one too. B2B members only jacket. My brother has a Ribera steak jacket. Oh, Lawrence's brother. We need that. And then Mrs. Pluggo's here. She missed Boris and says, "Hi, boys." Mrs. Pluggo, you're going to have to check your Twitters. I think Boris is trying to angle to get you on his show this weekend. He's using me to get to you. Also, Mrs. Pluggo, Boris said you look really good rolling out of bed in the mornings. Care to explain? That's out of context. She's got to watch the show. Yeah, but it's like, I believe it. No. She does look really good when she rolls out of bed in the morning. She's a natural beauty, that Mrs. Pluggo. Yep. So, see, I'm always watching. He's still here. Oh, look, and then we got something's going. Look at this. Something's popping off. I got the eye watching emojis here. Boris is always watching. Mrs. Pluggo's in the house.
This is how horror movies start out.
What's that line from Detroit Rock City? You ever seen that movie?
Yes, many times.
At the beginning, he goes, "Man, this is how horror movies." Yeah, but I've seen pornos that start out this way too.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was Tidbits with Blair Pacheco.
Yeah, and we've got 20 minutes to rattle off 4 shows, so we will do just that.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. Okay, we want to do Black Label Pro, and then we'll do the assortment of GCW.
Yeah.
Oh, and we've got we got 5 shows. All right. Okay. We're gonna start off with Black Label Pro, and so Old Habits Die Screaming. That is coming up Friday, July 26th. You may be wondering why we're previewing a show that is 2 weeks away, but next week is the LPW preview show, so we won't have time to preview it. So we want to talk about it today. Myron Reed versus Rico Gonzalez. Bada boom. Myron Reed is on fire.
That's going to be a good one. I like that a lot. Rico's fun too, man.
Yeah. Rico's getting more opportunities too, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one I think I'm most excited for. Trevor Lee versus Eli Isom.
Yeah. Trevor Lee's back on the indie scene. If I'm not mistaken, this might be his first date back.
I think so. It was one of the first matches announced, and I think it's his first.
Yeah, and then Eli Isom is absolutely fantastic. You're washing down those Frosted Flakes with a Coke Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Hells yeah.
What I do, baby. For the Black Label Pro Tag Team Championships, Latinos Most Wanted versus Twist and Flip. I feel like we've seen a lot of variations of this matchup, and same with like Bang and Matthews, but it's ones that I'm always very much into. I think they can tell a very good story. They're very athletic. So like just let them go out there and do their thing, and I'm going to be entertained.
Yeah, like you said, we've seen this a few times, different variations, but yeah, it's always a good time. So it's a good match to put on, and maybe, just maybe, Twist and Flip will finally get it done and get some tag team gold.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We've got number one contender match for the Black Label Pro Championship: Joshua Bishop versus Jake something.
That's going to be hard hitting.
Bishop has been doing some stuff with MLW too, right?
Yeah, he's been doing some stuff with MLW, and Jake Something's been doing his thing. So
yeah, because Jake's been doing.
Watch out, Kevin Koo, man.
Well, that's the thing. This match was announced: Kevin Koo versus the Maharaja Raj Desi, the former Jinder Mahal. But Kevin Koo is out with an injury. Had to pull out of a whole bunch of dates coming up, and Violence is Forever, they had to pull out. So I don't know if it's just Koo or if it's both, but Koo's pulled out of singles matches, so could be him.
We'll have to see. That's a big time match, and I wonder what they would do depending on the extent of his injury. If they would just he'd have to vacate the title, which would be unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Then I wonder what Black Label Pro would do. I would imagine you just make Jake Something, Josh Bishop, and modern day Raj Desi.
Do a triple threat for the championship.
Could.
I mean, it's something.
Crazier things have happened. I mean, I'm booking money here if Koo's not ready to go by the 26th. Let's hope he is, though.
Mm-hmm. We have the Arbos Cheese Dip Championship: Rachel Armstrong versus Puff. I don't know what the Cheese Championship is, but
that is the sponsorship that they have with an Arbos Cheese Dip. And they made a championship, and I've not had it. But Puff rules. Rachel Armstrong rules. That'd be a fun match. Good times all around for everybody.
Is it a cheese dip for like taco chips or
taco chips? What's a taco chip?
Tortilla chips?
Why'd you call it a taco chip?
I don't know. It was the first thing I thought of.
That's like, what is that? Some Canadian delicacy? Yeah. Taco chips. You don't have taco chips, Pluggo, in America? You bum.
What kind of poverty country you living in?
Oh, you'd be surprised, brother. No, our bags of Doritos are $6.50 here.
Isn't that ridiculous?
That is super ridiculous, dude.
Like, how the hell is a bag of chips $6?
Inflation, man.
$2.99 tops.
Right.
You should be able to get a drink and a 2-liter like Coke Zero for $5.
Should be.
And that's your Friday night.
I agree. But that's why we're here and not, I guess, in government.
Well, maybe we should be government.
Maybe we should.
Maybe then, you're not having people gimmick their ear to pretend they're shot.
Wow. We've been hanging out with Eli Surge.
Hot Commodity versus My Young Jay Lee and Maggie Lee. Lee Espresso. Maggie Lee rules. My Young Jay Lee rules.
That's a great name.
It is. So I'm hyped for this. I do wish it was the old Hot Commodity of Easy Money and Julio De Niro, but this tag team will still work.
Hell yeah. I like that. Lee Espresso.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be a good fun match too.
All right. The train keeps on rolling, and so do we, because also coming up, we have Untouchable, which is the West Coast Pro Deadlock Pro Prestige show, July 20th, San Francisco. Alex Shelley versus Alpha Zoe. A huge opportunity for Alpha Zoe. Has been crushed it with West Coast Pro. Now he's going to get a chance to take on one of Prestige's top dogs with Alex Shelley.
No, hell yeah. That, like you said, that's going to be a banger. Alex Shelley and what the hell am I trying to say? Chris Sabin did they wrestle last night somewhere? And
Friday on Prestige.
Friday on Prestige, and basically kind of alluded to that their dates are coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be one of the last times that hopefully they get to this match, to be honest, if that's the case, because all rumors are indicating that they're signing with the E in the WWE. Yeah. So if that's the case, I guess it would just be up to the WWE when they decide to go, yep, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
So
anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
But continuing on with some WWE talk, a former wrestler, former standout, Shelton Benjamin versus Titus Alexander, who's going to be returning to Japan for the Noah N1, if I'm not mistaken. So
that's going to be another good one, another banger. West Coast Pro killing it.
Yeah. And that's the thing with these, joint shows, being able to get these top guys all in one spot makes it a little bit easier.
Oh, yeah. Probably makes it a lot more cost effective, too.
Mm-hmm. And the West Coast Pro champion, Kevin Blackwood, going one-on-one with Robbie Eagles. And Robbie Eagles is stateside for the next few months, so he's going to be popping up on your local indies. But a huge opportunity for him.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like if you're already on that side of town, if you're a wrestler, are you giving a discounted rate because you're like already there and you don't have to travel, or do you still go your full booking fee?
I don't know.
Like, oh, I'm down the road. Is it cool? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. That's
got to pay for that trans even if you're in the same town.
Yeah, gas is expensive regardless.
Yeah, inflation.
That's right.
Zara Zucker versus Sandra Moon, the nicest person in wrestling, Sandra Moon.
Yeah, hells yeah, another big one.
Yeah, and
I don't think we've said plenty of nice things about Sandra Moon. I don't know much about Zara, but we'll find out when we watch this show.
The West Coast Pro Tag Champions, Los Suavecitos versus the Krusty Crew.
What a name!
I know nothing about the Krusty Crew, but I am a fan.
I know nothing about the Krusty Crew, only that they need to get on some moisturizer. If they're that crusty.
I was checking to see if you could see the crust on their
elbow crust or something. Like they need to get some moisturizer, dude. Exfoliate. I don't know.
Like Ashy Larry from Chappelle Show.
My girl thinks I'm outside taking the trash. Larry, get your ashy ass back in the house. Did you just gamble my money?
Vinny Massaro versus Adam Priest.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I like Massaro. I like that we've seen him more pop up in like backstage stuff for AEW too, as like security or whatever. Just it's nice to see.
Oh heck yeah.
So that's the West Coast Pro Deadlock Pro Prestige show on the 20th. Before that, we've got some GCW to talk about. 12 minutes, 3 GCW shows. Let's rock and or roll. So we'll kick things off with Mance Warner versus Myron Reed for the GCW World Championship. And that is this Thursday.
Yeah.
So
during Between Two Beards, counter programming.
Mm-hmm. So
that's okay.
Be careful what you're choosing to watch. That's all I'm going to say.
Watch Beards and then watch that later.
See, he knows.
I know how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Billy Starks versus Rachel Armstrong. I'm liking this matchup for Rachel Armstrong. I think this is one that I think a lot of people are going to take notice just of what she can do in the ring.
Yeah, it gets some more exposure on her with the Billy Starks being the ROH TV champ, and Rachel Armstrong's really on the come up this year. She's finally graduated. Congratulations to her. So now I think she can do more dates and do more bookings and get more exposure out there. So I think you're going to see a big back half of 2024 for her.
I would say by the end of 2025, I could see her being signed to whether it's Impact or like the AEW Ring of Honor. Like there's that much talent there that I could see that quickly.
Oh, yeah.
We've got Nick Gage and Too Tough Tony versus the Rejects.
Is Nick Gage back and cleared?
I guess so.
Okay, because
he missed the beginning of July show.
he was ducking PCP Manny.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Get healthy.
Oh no, he was. He was
hurt.
Mhm.
But he didn't actually wrestle. So is that considered ducking, or was he actually just out and he couldn't wrestle?
I think he was just out. But we'll say he was ducking him.
We'll say, okay, well, we're gonna roll with that on this show. Hold on. Say it again.
That
Nick Gage was ducking PCP Manny at IWS, scarred for life.
Yes, he's not hurt. He was ducking him.
Ducking him. Just ducking him. Just absolutely ducking him.
Yeah. But we do have Shane Mercer versus Nate Webb. I was going to say Nick Webb.
Yeah. Who's Nick Webb?
Exactly. And Masha Slamovich versus Cole Radrick for the JCW World Championship.
Oh,
it was originally supposed to be Jordan Oliver, but because of the injury he sustained, he had to pull out. And last but not least, this got announced, kind of took the interwebs by storm. Effie versus Sean Rossap.
Oh my gosh, I saw that and I thought it was like a kind of a joke at first. I was like, oh, that's a match we need. I watched Sean Rossap take on Chaz McKenzie at Black Label Pro, and he must have got that itch, man, that bug, that wrestling itch is back for old SRS. Best drop toe hold in the game. We'll see what happens. Effie, better be ready to roll. Hello. Hi. Nice to see you. Steffi.
Soul.
Yeah. Soul. Then Andrew in the house saying, Sean Ross. Or is that Andy? I can't read to Andrew. Probably goes by Andrew at some point. His mom probably calls him Andrew, and nobody else is allowed to call him Andrew.
Yeah.
That's usually how the Andys work in my life. But yeah, Sean Ross versus Effie, that'll be something. Who do you think comes out on top on that one?
I mean,
SRS gonna sneak out a win?
Beat Effie.
If SRS can beat Effie, that puts him in line for some title shots, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. Challenging maybe what's nuts there, Mance Warner.
Yeah. Can we get SRS versus Manser next?
Yeah.
BJ, what's up, brother? What's up, dude? And then hey, say KOP representing. That's right. I was like, hey, you do the KOP, that dastardly Tanner Lee retaining his championship when he shouldn't have. Just saying. Saying. He fears the beards, but anyway.
So we got one other GCW show to talk about because I didn't send graphics for the So High show because I am dumb and I thought I did.
Because you're so high?
Fuck, I was last night.
I was going to say, when you said 3 shows, I was like, I only put 2 in the can, man. I only uploaded 2.
I was going to figure it out eventually.
And then when you said that, I go, he probably knows more than I do, because last week I called GCW Crime Wave, Game Wave.
That's okay. It works out good because we got a few
minutes. SRS versus Pluggo would main event anywhere. I don't know, man. Oops, I'm pushing buttons like a crazy person. SRS would murk me, dude. Like, I have no discernible talents whatsoever in a wrestling ring. I ran the kids. We were struggling for baseball. The kids were having a struggle practice. Like, they were just, I think it was a lot of like anxiety, pressure of like, I'm on the All-Star team, I have to overperform. So they were just like, they were sloppy. So I was like, guys, look, let's have some fun. And I ran the bases like a simulated run. And I go, if you guys can't get me out, we have a problem. Because I'm a big guy and I can run like to first base in 10 minutes. And so I was booking around the bases, made it around one time, was done.
See, you say that, but I feel like you would be very Malachi Black-esque with your creative control, and you'd probably be like, "No, I got to go over, brother. I ain't taking the pin."
Oh, we got BJ saying he'd sub in for us or for me, and that he has faith in me.
Hey, there you go.
I would do a little training montage. You know, one of those, like, I'm just like curling cheeseburgers. But yeah, listen, if SRS would want to wrestle me one-on-one, I'll put it out in the ether for you, BJ. I would gladly accept the challenge, knowing full well that I'm not making out of that thing alive. I'm going to need help out of that ring.
Hey, you may
I'll do the finger poke of doom though.
You may need help out of the ring, but hey, you're going over, brother.
It's one of those where I won, but I still lost.
Yep.
He figured it out, but boy, is he worse for wear. I would do the finger poke of doom thing, though. I would absolutely do that.
Well, you know where you won't see the finger poke of doom, and that's with Jack Cartwheel versus Myron Reed.
You might see it there. Are they friends?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. But they're not going to be friends during this match. But yeah, that'll be that's going to be fast paced, dude. That's going to be all over the place. I love it.
Blake Christian and Shane Mercer versus Mother Father.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's another good one. And I'm glad Blake Christian's back in the mix.
Me too.
I'm glad he's back. Missed him.
Rejects versus Cole Radrick and Manders.
Another good.
Yeah, new tag team there. A lot of the matches had to get changed due to the injuries, with the Kevin Koo injury and the Jordan Oliver injury. So we've got Nick Gage versus Hoodfoot.
That's another good one. That's going to be violent and bloody and
like the fact that
this is at Indianapolis.
Maybe you should go.
Oh, that's next Saturday. I'm busy.
Oh yeah, you're doing go after the LPW preview show.
Can't.
Why not?
I wouldn't make it in time.
How far is Indianapolis from you?
2.5 hours.
You've got lots of time.
The show's at 6.
So this one's at 8.
6 to 7 would be the show. I'd be there at like 10.
So then just do it from the car ride over. Because you could also see Mance Warren versus Megan Bain for the GCW World Championship.
I saw that and was like, oh, wow. Megan Bain versus Mance Warner. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Mm-hmm. I'm here for all of that.
Yeah, that's a fun show.
Look at that. Boss is in the house saying, morning, homies. Guess who didn't sleep in today? Good for you, buddy. I wish I was sleeping. I'm a little tired. Yep, Spence has entered. I'd like to. Oh, Spencer, you have somebody that would like to chat with you. Interesting.
You got to hit him up in the DMs.
Hit him up. So, yeah, slide into them DMs.
That's about it. Yeah, there's one other GCW show that's on the Friday night. So high. I apologize for not getting the graphics, but we would have to rush through them anyways. So,
is there any who's the main attractions for that one?
You know, the match that really stood out to me when I was looking at the graphics was Sydney versus Myron Reed.
Oh yeah, Sydney, man, I was super impressed with his run so far. There's a couple of matches, like we said, he's getting a chance to kind of just like spread his wings and do his thing, and I think it's working for him.
Mm-hmm. No, I think so. I think he was smart and not just taking like tons of random bookings, for mom and pop indies, but like, marketing himself, putting him in that position. I think it's a very smart choice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I like it. I like it a lot. We came in just under our hour again. We're getting good at this.
We're like just.
Yes, Lord. That's a 5-star classic.
Yes.
And listen, I was there when he wrestled. Like I said, I was there when he wrestled Shaz at Black Label Pro, and I know he hadn't wrestled in quite some time before that. He looked good to me. He even, he asked me how it looked. I said, I think you look good, Sean. And I actually asked him, I said, will this get you itched to want to wrestle a little more? And he's like, I don't know, maybe. And here you start to see him take a couple more things. Now, obviously, he does take things that are, regional, and he's usually donating his booking fee to some causes for that. So it's always a good thing when he wrestles.
The human fund.
Right, the human fund. Because I know people on the internet like to trash on SRS, which I think is unwarranted and unfair, but whatever. So I mean, him donating his booking fee to a good cause and getting to wrestle Effie, and we get to watch it. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
We should just stop Beards in its tracks when that match comes on Thursday and just watch that.
Might be a good idea.
I run that up the flagpole to JPJ. Listen, we're going to watch SRS versus Effie for 20 minutes of the show. We can't put it on the screen, but so come join us.
Live reacts.
Yeah, come join us for the SRS Effie watch along.
Yep. So, but you can do that.
They do 60 minutes Iron Man falls count. They just go. Then they go into an overtime because it's tied at the
They
end.
recreate Brett versus Sean.
Yeah, dude. We're like, well, I guess this is the show tonight.
Okay, that's the show for us as well.
Yes,
so
yes,
thank
it
you to
is.
everyone for joining us. Thank you for Boris who stopped by. You can find me up on all social media, Grainmaker Pod, Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast. My good friend, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me at the club, bottles full of bub. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me at Pluggo on all social media platforms. Look up Pluggo. You'll see this face. That's me. You find me Thursday nights, 8 p.m. with JP Jam Between Two Beards. Anything we got going on there. Like I said, we're going to Cleveland for SummerSlam. We've got merchandise now. All that information is up on all of our websites. So just go to @B2Beards on social media, whichever social media platform you prefer. And we're there, except for like AIM Messenger. We haven't quite got that figured out yet. And yeah, so
Are you still running the MySpace account?
yeah, I actually would. If I could, I would run a MySpace account. I jokingly thought about setting up one, and it's all music stuff now. But this was years ago. It might have changed, but I would gladly open up a MySpace page.
Fuck the chaos to be the top 8. Whew.
Yeah. Lauren says, do 3 more hours, never end the show, stream forever. If we did 3 more hours, we would lead right into Sunday brunch, which will be on this channel at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Mountain.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Or 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 Mountain. I apologize. I've got my time zones all jacked up. So we would actually overrun brunch if we did that, Lawrence, and I'd hate to take your shine away, brother. So go check out brunch after this. Check out all the fun shows we have here at Love Wrestling. We're doing a lot of cool things. Like Boris said earlier, we've got a couple shows coming up this month. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a good time. But yes, that's where you can find me. How about you, buddy?
How about me? What?
Where can I find you?
Up on all social media, Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast.
I just want to make sure that we know that.
Yes.
Is that Grain Maker or Rain Maker? Pain Maker?
Pain Maker.
Sane Maker?
Stain Maker.
Zane Maker? Like Sami Zayn Maker?
Chain Maker.
Ooh. Plane Maker? You're not playing. That wouldn't work for you.
I'm not playing. Homie, don't play that.
Rain as in Roman Reigns Maker or rain as in rain from the sky Maker?
Oh, okay. With that now, it's been a lot of fun. Take care. We'll see you next week. Don't forget LPW preview show next Saturday.
Big Bad Boris, Stash in the Park.
Peace in the streets.